If you've had enough of slicing your driver, carving your ball into trouble, losing so much distance and hitting those high, horrible, weak shots, and then someone in your group just goes nice and easy and hits it 20 yards past you, you've came to the perfect video. Today we're going to talk about the 5 main things that are causing a slice. Good news is, as a little teaser, 3 of them come from this as a training aid. If we can get this left hand in a really good position, you're going to gain the 20 yards. You're going to hit the ball straighter. You're going to drop your scores. So let's get straight into it. So number 1, what we want to make sure that we do is have the grip in the base of the fingers. A lot of slicers tend to hold it more in the palm. In the palm limits the movement options available to us, but also in the palm means you're much more likely to have a weak grip. That moves us on to number 2. So if our grip is weak, our left arm twists to the left, and it becomes much more difficult to close the club face. Hence why when we see weak grips, when we see the pit of the elbow here facing forwards rather than more inwards, generally that golfer is going to hit a big, high, nasty slice. So what we want to try and do is, once we have that in our fingers, and this is brilliant to do with an old glove, once that grip is in the fingers, we are going to wrap that round, and there's 2 things that I want you to do. Number 1, we've got 2 lines here between the thumb and the index knuckle. So we want to keep those close together, and I'll explain that in a minute. That's actually very important. And we want the arrow to point anywhere between the right ear and the right shoulder. So it's not a given, it's not one set rule for everyone. If you find that you go to the right ear and you still slice it, you can go as far as the right shoulder. I wouldn't recommend that you go any more than that, but that would be a rough guide of where this arrow on your glove can point. That's really going to help. So you might be asking why this is important, and the reason why this is important is, if your thumb and your index finger are apart, you're going to probably overhinge your left wrist. And the problem is that this movement is coupled with this movement. Cupped left wrist, open face. Guess what? Steeper, face open, slice. And the great thing about this is, it is ridiculously easy to do this. Yes, this might be uncomfortable. You absolutely have to stick with it. Please give it at least a couple of weeks. You're going to have 2-3 weeks where this feels unusual. You're going to have 2 to 3 weeks where you still might not hit some brilliant shots. If you're at this sort of end of the range, you're going to slice the ball. So just a simple tip that can really help you out. So that covers the grip, that covers the left arm. Ideally, when we do that, again, this elbow pit starts to sort of twist inwards. The left elbow starts to point towards the target. And we're now in a really good position where the club face is going to be fixed. And that's the most important thing. If you slice the ball, fix the club face first, then fix the path. Immediately, you're going to get more ball speed, less curve. You might hit a couple of pulled shots. You probably will, because you've been swinging out to in, but you've got to start with face. Then you can move on to path. So, some small changes there. That's the 3 main driver killers. If you do all of those things, especially coupled together, you can definitely hit a slice. Moving on to number 4, make sure the ball position is not too far forward. Too far forward, when we move on to the path, is going to get you swinging out to in. The common problem that we see in lessons is, golfers would tend to, in an effort to try and hit the ball in the upswing, golfers can get the ball too far forward. The problem with that is, because we swing on an arc, the further forward the ball is, the more likely you are to swing out to in. Couple that with an open face, big, high, nasty, weak slice again. So what I want you to think about is less so your feet. You can think of your feet and you can go small step, big step, really simple, gets the ball inside the left heel. Or if you just try and get it in line with your left shoulder. So in line with your left shoulder, because our armpit is low point, that's where the club bottoms out. Anything before that, the club's going to be traveling slightly down. Anything after that, the club is going to be traveling slightly up. So we do want to hit it on the up, we just don't want to swing very out to in. So we've sorted the grip, we've got the ball position in a good place, really easy fix. So that's where the small step, big step is a good routine. That's where grabbing a golf club at the range and continually check that ball position. So important that it's consistent, it's in the right place, coupled with the good grip. You should have one of these. If you struggle with how you hold the club, this is how your training glove should look. And then the combination of those two should really help you hit the ball so much straighter with driver. So give those things a try. So simple. This one is gold. Make sure you're doing this if you slice a ball. And if you do want any extra help with your golf, make sure you check out the description link below for improve.golf, a free swing analysis on the Skillest app, or a free 60-minute practice guide. So check those out. And if you want any extra help with your driver, check out this video just here.